Hey there, it's time to play Wordle number 523. Happy Thanksgiving to my American fans out there. I hope you are having a wonderful, relaxing, and foodiful day. Yesterday's Countryle answer was Papua New Guinea, which is a country in Oceania occupying the eastern half of the island of New Guinea and its offshore islands in Melanesia. Its capital is Port Moresby, and it is the third largest island country in the world by area. Papua New Guinea is one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world, with 839 known languages spoken there. The nation has a very diverse geography and significant biodiversity. Many species are similar to those found in Australia as a result of the two landmasses once being connected in the supercontinent of Gondwana. New species continue to be identified on the island, including a small wallaby, a large-eared mouse, and a shrew-like marsupial that were just discovered in the 2010s. The country has nearly 9 million people, comprised of hundreds of ethnic and linguistic groups, including those indigenous groups who arrived during an early wave of human migration from Africa over 40,000 years ago, as well as others having arrived from Austronesian regions about 4,000 years ago. The country is a member of the British Commonwealth and recognizes King Charles III as its monarch and head of state. He is represented by the Governor-General. It has a parliament headed by a prime minister and his cabinet, and its government is similar to other Commonwealth realms that use the Westminster system of government. English is the official language of government and education, but is not spoken widely. The primary lingua franca is Tuk Pisin, also known as New Guinean Pidgin or Melanesian Pidgin. The third official language is Hirimotu. Papua New Guinea is classified as a developing country. Many of its population continue to live in customary or traditional social groupings, which are explicitly acknowledged and protected by the Papua New Guinean Constitution. The region changed hands periodically among European powers during the 19th century. After World War I, the League of Nations authorized Australia to administer the area. During World War II, the New Guinea Campaign was a major military campaign between the Allies and the Japanese, in which almost 250,000 servicemen on all sides died. The island of New Guinea was named by Spanish explorer Íñigo Ortiz de Retres in 1545. The word Guinea derives from a Portuguese word meaning land of the blacks, in reference to the dark skin of the inhabitants. This is the same word origin as the African countries of Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. Papua New Guinea gained independence from Australian administration in 1975. Headhunting and cannibalism had been practiced in the past as part of rituals related to warfare, but the practice was largely eradicated by the late 20th century. Papua New Guinea sits on the Ring of Fire and is subject to frequent seismic activity, including several earthquakes with magnitude 7.0 and higher, as well as associated tsunamis. Life expectancy there is just 64 years for men and 68 for women. The mortality rate per 100,000 births is 250. You can compare this to the United States, which, though high for Western nations, has an infant mortality rate of just 5.6 per 100,000. A right to freedom of speech, thought, and belief is embedded in the Papua New Guinean Constitution. Most citizens there identify as Christian. Papua New Guinea ranks 131st in nominal GDP per capita, but ranks 46th on measures of freedom of press and only 156th on the Human Development Index. For my starting word, I'm going to use fauna in reference to the biodiversity of the island. And, oh wow, that was a good choice. And because it is Thanksgiving here in the United States, we will also use the word thank. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your continued support, your kindness, your enthusiasm in supporting my little channel and spreading the word. I so appreciate you. I also appreciate that these two starting words gave me 2 greens and a yellow. Feast? Oh, it has to be feast, right? So, New York Times has an official Wordle editor now, and I think that she occasionally chooses an appropriate word for the day, so I'm sure that was intentional. Just like I think medal was intentional on Veterans Day on the 11th. Right, I'll take that as a good solve. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my little history lesson on Papua New Guinea. Feel free to drop a comment here or on today's Countryle video, which is linked in the description below, with a suggestion for a starting word for tomorrow based on today's Countryle answer, and I will see you then for some more Wordle. I'm gonna go have some turkey.